It's always a good idea to increase in your data store if you are running out of space. Here in our iSCSI LAN, as you can see, we have 40 gig for this LAN or iSCSI target. So here, the data store by Datastore iSCSI is selected. As you can see, is around, it's more than 30 gigabyte as you can see. And the free space is a 9 gigabyte. So now is the time to expand our existing data store in iSCSI. So simply we'll select the data store and we'll click on increase, or we can go to action here. Again, we can select increase data store capacity here. So we'll say increase. So now we have iSCSI LAN, which is 40 gigabytes, as it shows here. So we'll say next. So as you can see, we use 31 gigabytes for our data store. So now is the time to expand our data store by selecting this item, or of course, we can type whatever space that you want. So let's say the maximum, and we'll say next. So now, as you can see, the data store after the expansion is going to be around 40 gigabytes. So we'll say finish. We'll do a refresh here. As you can see, the total capacity is around 40 gigabytes, or we'll go to summary here. Now we have 18 gigabytes free space and the data store around 40 gigabytes. So this is for expansion our existing LAN. For example, we assign the LAN for 40 gigabyte in your production environment, for example, 1 or 2 terabyte, but we only use, for example, a half of the LAN for our VMware data store. Now you learned how you can expand your existing LAN and add it to the data store. So now is the time to add another LAN to the existing data store. So I saw a lot of administrators, they actually want to just move all the virtual machine. For example, if they are running out of space in their data store, they try to move the whole virtual machine somewhere else, and they again try to erase the existing LAN and expand it or make it bigger, and again they will bring their virtual machine from, I don't know, the USB disk drive or NFS or whatever. This is a very bad situation that you may face. I want to help you in today's lesson. Instead of doing this unprofessional job, I mean by deleting this storage and make bigger LAN here, for example, they try to delete this data store, whatever in your iSCSI storage target or in your fiber channel storage, they try to make the project very complicated. But in today's lesson, I want to let you know how you can extend another LAN to the existing LAN. That means you don't need actually to make it that complex actually for this data store. When you move your virtual machine somewhere else, you should say on mount data store, and then you should delete the data store. And again here in your iSCSI target or in your fiber channel storage, again you should make another LAN which is bigger and add it again to the vSphere environment. So in today's lesson, I want to actually add another LAN in your production environment for your iSCSI storage, or even for your fiber channel. Is very easy, like what we want to do in today's lesson. So we'll say new iSCSI target here, and now here, as we have 50 gigabit capacity here in disk D, let's say, for example, extend LAN 0, which obviously this LAN is going to be LAN 1. So we'll say next, and here we'll say 10 gigabit, and here it tells you, do you want to share it with this iSCSI target, or you will add the new one. We'll say the new one. I will say LAN 0 target, and next, and here we'll add the iSCSI target. So we'll say enter. We want to actually use this target. which, as I told you before, you can use this target for your lab environment. I will upload this file for you. In previous lesson, we use this iSCSI target for ESXi1, and this is for ESXi2. So we'll copy this one and we'll say OK. And again, we'll add the second one. This is the only way that you can add another LAN in your Windows iSCSI target server. And here we'll say next, and we don't need the CHAP authentication, and create. So that's great. So then, as we have here, our target here for ESXi2, as you can see, this is the second one, and this is the first one, which is ESXi1. We just say rescan adapter, and again in ESXi2, again we'll select the iSCSI software adapter, and we'll say rescan adapter, and here on device, as you can see, we have two LANs here, which one of them is 10 GB and the existing one, which is 4 GB for Datastore iSCSI, as it shows here. So let's unpin the recent task here. That's great. And again on ESXi1, we'll do, actually we did the rescan adapter. That's great. And the path here, two LANs as you can see. And here is the network binding. So as I told you before, this VM kernel 01 must be the same with the ESXi 02. Now is the time we'll go to storage again. So now as you can see, we have around 19 GB free space and the total capacity is around 40 GB. That's okay. And here we'll go to configure. We select the general. As you can see, this is the total capacity, provisioning space and free space. And simply we'll click on increase. So now we have 10 GB for our LAN. We'll say next. And here again, we can select whatever space that we need and we'll click on next and finish. As you can see, it's refreshed. Now, as you can see, we have 50 total capacity for our data store. We'll go to summary here and we'll do a refresh here. Now we have 50 GB for our data store. This is how you can extend your data store with another LAN in your storage. So we'll go to configure again. And here, as you can see, we have device backing. As you can see, these are our two initiator and connectivity, of course, in ESXi 01 and ESXi 02. And hardware acceleration and capacity capability set. So, and here on recent task, you can verify the tasks here. As you can see, we extend ESXi 01 and now we update the data store and we refresh the data store. So in today's lesson, we learned how we can expand our free space in our LAN and how to extend our data store by two LANs.